feelings. So here we go. So I was having this conversation with this beautiful young lady, and she asked me a very, very simple question on how to navigate and handle some things where at times you may have to say something to your spouse. You got to say something to your spouse, but you don't say it because you're in your feelings. Now, if you're married, I know you've been there at one time or another, okay? So, here we go. So, I'm in my feelings because a situation happened, and it was one of those situations where it should have been acknowledged. It should have been acknowledged regarding my part. My part. Did something good, and it was something that should have been acknowledged, but it wasn't. It wasn't. So what do? What do you do? Not to cause an argument with spouse. So, here we go. So, I'm in my feelings because I did something. My spouse didn't acknowledge it. And so, I want to know why he didn't acknowledge it. So, sometimes what we need to do in order to not start an argument or to cause our spouse to now become offended because of what I asked, is that we ask them a question that gives them a moment to think about what we said. Okay? So here it is. Scenario. The scenario is, hey babe, I took care of XYZ, and I was just wondering why you never asked me anything in regards to how I took care of it. Well, sometimes asking that question, especially to men that are alpha males, they're alpha males, okay? They're men, okay? And you ask them that question of why didn't they acknowledge what you did, and I'm trying to be very careful with my words, I am, what you did or why you did it or how you did it, is that you then take the time to then give them a chance to think about why you asked that question. Once they have time to think about why you asked that question, then they can come back and talk to you about what time has gone by. They've had the spouse comes back and now is able to present to you an answer of what you said or what you asked, right? Is able to talk to you about that, and now it's not an argument, it is a conversation. Why? Because you gave them a chance to think about what you asked. So what happens if you get a spouse that you asked them a question and you could see the offense coming? Stop the conversation. Say, babe, if you don't want to answer right now, it's okay. I respect you enough to give you enough time to think about what I asked you, and you don't have to answer it right now, but you come back to me, and let's talk about it. Now, what that does, it de-escalates the possibility of the conversation going worse. So I'm in my feelings, but what I'm going to do is keep my feelings in check, give him some time to process what I asked, so that now we're both not in our feelings. Hey, Sunday nugget. Give him a chance. He comes back. We have a conversation. Now he understands how I feel, and he understands, and I understand how he feels. And now the devil gets kicked out instead of it turning into something that the enemy uses, that now instead of us having a conversation, we're yelling and screaming at each other because both of us are in our feelings. I started off in my feelings, he's in his feelings because I asked him a question, and now we are just at odds. Kick the devil out. Kick him out. Get him out your stuff. By respecting your spouse respecting you. Both of you have time to think about what you want to say. You don't have to argue and scream about it, and we both win. and God is glorified. That is a Sunday nugget. I am done. Y'all know I love y'all. And when I get it on the fly, I have to give it to you on the fly. I love y'all. Have a great rest of your Sunday. And I want to thank the individual that gave me that nugget. Yes, that was a good one.